Honorable Member of Parliament for Ofasi IRB. Honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. Honorable, good morning. Let us say.
Nyamiadum Nampachoso would say.
Nyamiadum Ahwadi El Holmo. Belated happy birthday to you. Now you say party so you so one you the antishi.
Birthday there, the a country watch out mountain tea. And catch you with me coming home. I call.
Cratchy. High abonti. Ya don't say I would have a meaning. What do you mean? Pass or meaning?
That is Uziabutra, Uniano.
Oh, okay. All right. What's up with all? All right, Matty, Eddie. Honorable, ye, you're quite a season, wouldn't pussy the bay. I think that's the bay. You hold my betty and say. And Kofani you call or Muko Dibonium, na MPP General Secretary, what they are doing in the Facebook, national organizer and a bill that in the Facebook say National Security Form Pen for Campo Musomo Kwache, a member of Parliament, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, and Pie Kofi Holma, and Kofoni Pabe 20 as I say, as a bit shorts, as a sleeveless, Ekute Tio, any idea day, a chain who said was who Kohol would be. Maybe I should done assembly party see.
This is a custom press conference last 2 weeks. Ukuada a minority a year of parliament about Enema Bemian a cost for minority in Tina by say one month in public inquiry. It was Animano. Good bit. Any go Tom sis no Sabelum so different the good no who said that and almost 350.
But I am saying line no I be kakrebi the last 30 seconds yen shedant obeti meja bi kakrebi amena yenti winka yi mbacho
me pacho to me kan fe
yenko
hello pacho to me kan
me pacho fe muda wo panti yenko
na me ka se di kan ye sa containers abaima so te so makohu containers via sikani gold home. Na 59 February no mo kan sa asem na besin no yenti bibia about it say sikana fa hin say gold na fa no mo so mo hwe akwa friend alaji 59 February besin ne obi ehun bibia asem na kwa kosi say kwampo de mo si sika no enye original sika e fake no in beginning no so no mo si sika cedis ne dollars de wu so obi na sika papa no de fake afremo say de wu abesin ne yente re ena wo mo san ebe announces say Womo ache cocaine $350 million of cocaine. It was central region kwan so. And also abisi neno ye hu ni papote ya cocaine ye de cocaine so nim say India organ ha say ye ne organ ha say. And na say the driver na no kwati track no mo driver kwa no na mo no ntumi nya $350 million enko cocaine. Nti hu na cocaine ye ne dia. Ana yache no hwane de ne kokot eno so akoye misina eno kwa yisuru se bi otinomba be ka se nye cocaine powder na garlic powder na bi because e bi esipen. Number 3 friend saying another cocaine of another $150 million so much wo baby eno nkofo bubo nkofo bi din abisi na yenti obi anya obi abia de eno so akwakusi. And the last one the fact say sa cocaine say me abre buy no about around the time and airplanes me no bi abehye Ghana ha say efi island bi o me cocaine so adwuma pa friend Grand Canaria Islands nti efi aba abehye Ghana ha say be 4-5 days nti ba ko ba e say na ba ko so fi aba be ka ho ha say na fi o me no nyine tuko na ba ko bi so fi say Angola aba and o che ha na ba ko so be kan no tuko. Around that time, cocaine semi by. In the minority press conference, ma honorable Ntim Fordjour address and a press conference ni na say you who some so ye. In the Abima any full scale investigation and a bipartisan parliamentary inquiry. Na some you who put my secret. Since I Ghana abako seminal. BBC Bana se open so who no kwe wumpa. You see Nkrumah live TV near friend Obia Bano Abekana Semia Totonano. Into Bekaya 2008, Abraham V. Benjamin Asemba and President Kufuor Kaseye inquiry. Then the live inquiry TV near camera near Oba Betana Consem. Now lawyer for cross examine one audit trial be able to audit trial. The outcome and Okrobiabihu. You hear evidence ni binyano. Near ma security agencies no aye investigation kaka. Na Oma was a dome cocotte, Doma cocotte, sa, and a no. I was so West Wogon. And Tokwakusi election as a son of Mampeni Mayeno. Say a grass side ho, a soldier football be two said they the same thing on Mampeni, Akufado Maya public inquiry. No money is not a case, any public inquiry. And these are buying money akum, Sadena, Reverend Ntim Fordjour Kokasasem we say. And the first no Mampeni Kase any investigation. The same day na press conference, no Mampeni Kase any investigation. 2 days later, and the communication minister, Kwachifusu Felix, by say investigation okra ehun here. Now more information on the better about thing na some no encourage da. Na Ntim Fordjour no beka asem dey ombetre no bibi kokko kakra. The scapegoat. Ampeni ampa no mate omunkwala minister sankasa no mu digina tem ewo social media so ni adio so ye crown eno ye sofumuku na say do be kwa de no man ko bonko fo bi pass omun bi twantron to no so say why say say ye say ni din keke because investigation ye mpese be ye afi yewura week no no start announce say when jai kasa on beche no asa agora nti ukuada no sede no anopa be 12 ye ko parliament ko ye nema ba ku mi no nti wi ano me kwa de na me nam kwan so come office ene say yinya distress call say emranti bi apie ni fie ho ebi mo hihye mask as a ninja ebi mo de ade akatakata omani hu ni pakro obi enkura ID omkurukure 2 AK-47 ne pistols ahodo bi hihye nika kambu ne ade omamfa aban security agency car bia amma o bi tete pick up mu ne private cars ne ade so maba fie ho say obo bachina ko James ono for soro ko upstairs no mo lock security door na wase ho no na omo twitwa video e de beto abonten nti video no start say ba abonten penem se nkofo board ompem start etwa samranti o fie ho tabra yen yekodu ho no na mranti no e o fie ho a omo kuretu ni ade bi ginagina yi pick up so bi ginagina ha ase ye film o sa yi wo hwe film a ye kwa akwachi kromfo bi ana yi fo akotete ha ne ha no ti omo ginagina ho ne ade ti du ho no me du ho no mbisa me say den ambe wa say na mbisa me say u bisa me say den ambe wa say me a member of parliament apart from that no me a lawyer ni me client fee na moba no me ko hu me client we inside and no ma me kwan ma me ko inside nti anti bia ya kinkan ya
say na ehwo no na ehwo ya ban fie aye ma won ko ho ana na state na koto dan all of a sudden na
ofa me den hu so mo na ja to me kro mo nti
na to me kro wa say obi private property dey won timi nga say unless say bi waka say ya barricade ho ya cordon off say mo bi ama ho
in fact constitution e ma wo kwan ma wo invade obi private property without any lawful court warrant. Constitution ma wo kwan say property of an individual shall not be violated. Our constitution is more black and white. So jam kukretu ni adijina ho. Anyway, anti bia na chese parliamentary caucus in Penipoli na do a federal marking Anodom Pre Habib General Secretary Justin Kodu Anankasa wo hobi Nana B wo hobi Miankasa na me wo hobi lawyer Bafomo Honorable Atachia Krampo Dimikaba I mean Bibri MPs I do what they be 30 Tafi a man ten about ho no also for police for embeka omo nti bia na police pickups so buy a police force share helmet krekre to into videos na bon say police for ankasa so abidina abonten ho krekra helmet share helmet krekre to ni ade ase obi no mo tototo tie no mo si nkonya se dance mo omo form ID nchire omo nkra ID ombo omo din keke okay nti dance mo omo say ya small omo fibi na se omo mbechinra yes hoya na suma mo almost say Director General say Omobechinembra. Yes, I'm sure say Director General, because Director General no you know. Then only members so kakra. na we dey famra kwan so umbetene mra say I'm saying I'm asuma for you say umbetene mra then this I'm so okay te mo warrant wa infa mpeni for ba ko ka chen say onkwa warrant no nanka so wo no a warrant because the senior officer nti e mana so te say
wase na nimu no na etimi ya warrant na ne hu na ana ehu ne
there be or say ono ankasa na ojina ho no so a senior security officer
na nimu ya warrant
nti e train say pacho attach ya not ha no wadi jamabe 20 years as lawyer afanya market not wadi jamabe 13 or 15 years me Oppong Nkrumah me bi kra next year na me di 10 years as lawyer yini mmra no the conditions under which senior officer it to me effect a search and arrest without warrant no enye bini and only the say so jina ho na say crime be committed or in here warrant and I say so jina ho no reasonable suspicions be say crime be committed or in here warrant na be dia ujina dey say amra no embamu wa say yes also bo maso te say o kan constitution na article 115 and 117 e ma wo kwan ma wo nkochi MP sa nti so bia ma order say be sa dey we a se wudi sa order no so Ghana emra kire say so we security official na e ma unlawful order na wudi unlawful order no so a one kasa you will be held liable nti ti say bia the police ni na wo commander ene ujina ho ma me bi tini car mo across the traffic light oba ne ma o car mo across the traffic light onye boni bia na wo commander ka cho say shoot no na wo so ko shoot no wu a sa order no you have reasonable basis to know say a unlawful order ye do ko jina court for murder won't to mean say me commander ne ma me order because our order a unlawful order yes na so mama so say article 115 and 117 they are mo pesa mo ye na unlawful order nti mo di so amo ankasa na ho brasiem actually be emrani mo bibi emunsi aboto ho empo nye mpi kra 720 Whistleblowers Act no so be echi abaya adwenjina so na adwuma ko bi adwenjina so say bibi bon e koso na mo hwehwe mu a section 12 of act 720 amount of protection but me intimidate no tini na dimpo na wo de wo say wo de nipa be 20 to 25 ba be chi no then en komo koso so di echi no edu baby no ka say okay ombeko me ji so no mo mpani for kasaye no ka say ombeko na echi no the next day no do no money edi nkomo nso mo koye. And I mean, by that time, if you why a central for a big go supporters near the big go, so Mukoy, you in a leader, no about your mark and address a press, no more be as to say, be to me who be out, say, and money the Indian minimum, no, a buy no phenomenon and encourage man on no nice, if not, and the following day, say, yeah, your home meetings, but your petition, Mr. Speaker. Said the abano through be an person meeting now. It's Yamran to Mr. Speaker and show my dream in Yanaso. Common Jamie knew that there's uncle no Aquacusi. But the alley here and they say constitutional provisions are now abano to be an person ubuso and rano. And I say, Uquadano, you to me, Papoya. Message so I did my buying say. Minority who can say did you be Hubiano, Obama Ghana for as what you could campaign people any friend say something. Say, one yam be crano who be born here. My son today really open. That's a buy no way no person will be able to Oka happen now or then go for Tata, Casapen or the BNI for you. Now, never two or my see any idea. He my mind also to say, I didn't your best of stuff or Ghana memo, I say. Fa hopi u kromase ya bra ya ditu ni mom no opia wan fa ho de perpere ya u kromase yen fa sa fa ho de ni perpere ya ni lu so bichu wa gina bibi so say yen public inquiry ma yen public inquiry it is abre minority ne baby gina ni gina say e was aban ne public inquiry into sansem be me nsen a ye defense and interior caucus no erase no bi e ho asem no no kwebo
honorable wo ka say obi so or draw the parallels between Asama Ekosui and MV Benjamin Bana President Kufo what abemuno minim we no mubesha da actual crata dia koma president and as speaker say wo mumma munye public inquiry na process net saying
say public inquiry or parliament I know the need him here president speaker na be ma ho to me na no kra dey actually say akata na deda say you differ two different places baako you dey call mampani ho say mampani ema public inquiry intend the presidential commission and obe set up by executive instrument no na ni nim so mampani based on a you on Facebook 1st of April no ye. Unfortunately, the minister for now say omomonya upper hand on mampani because no car say any investigation na minister for no car say there be any na information na there na the jerry can be a oil womb na NDC the indication of the house into the papa mu Mr. Speaker debut be say leadership any indication their house no be speaker na obey say house no jitum say ye pese ye inquiry Mr. Speaker be me ye inquiry no into the papa mu speaker oni say to me no no one to be no pese odini to me ya de until say dan say ye no say what committee say ye investigate the man to kwaba vetting na say o say dan ye catch say oni to me for say committee no o say this committee no ayira ba na say dan no to say ono suspending ko for o say catch say oni to me o say suspension no actually ono asan twisan we no say ye be patch by a different matter speaker need to me say ono ankasa ebeti committee is not done but I was a majority tama 2017 NDC for a press conference rural and chairman for cash for seats scandal no parliament can say majority side majority side yejitu say yenye inquiry majority side yejitu say yenye inquiry into speaker Michael Kwe set up inquiry no or ye ad hoc committee for inquiry public inquiry yeah where are someone interested but he insisted say that public inquiry must take place
democracy na expensive eti orabo kojo Oppong Nkrumah and no pay DBC ha we were so many yini I say utime ekola koye adwuma but enkofo se me mom abaso MPP for se me mom abaso pass the mom mani ayed and that the semblance of unity a ewo mu ya mu se mu nyina mu ye adwuma ebomu wo hwe we kasa we ha ne we aso ha ne we aso ha ne we se ya kasa eda no se the muslim board dompim ekọ honorable fie ya enwumre kran so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enso ko ho no udus na ase enkofo nkranti no monko so na monye mighty minority our parliament why
ya da mo se be ko so ayedwuma no
all right abuza for honorable kojo Oppong Nkrumah member of parliament for Ofasi Ayribi constituency and meneno edi enkomo no ya na wonye what tie just akatem bia no be say but
that's one general
on general captain and now the ceremony
me dem asem mi na mi ma ba mu no me say you bibia e fe no circumstantial evidence it is accepted into the young fan say asem kan say Reverend Ntim Fordjour nsem o kan bia krampo enim mpo a response ne nchechemu afiri aban panifo ne aban state institutions no ebua omo force bibi wo ho a wo say yehwehwe that alone
yes
from the Ghana Airport Company the spokesperson no be twantro ne plane na amfa bibia wo say fire amfa nyina na sana yenni a CCTV but yet minya pictures and videos of the plane ninya ba bontene no chere say or say yen hwehwemu na sa zo mi obi na kwatwa wo okay inti on the plane issue with the manual see
all right eti ba me kwa wudu ho plane
eno me call program wo ho na me call car say in fact say you know the omudi flyer Peter and I say government's actions have created so much suspicion that we need a public inquiry into the Ahmed case.
And I agree with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, suspicion now, Peter enumerating na nema ye kaye inconsistencies are honorable Oppong Nkrumah kaye na about this place. They say me mentias yo. You say Ahmed, even the statement issued by Ahmed International. Enyina creates so much suspicion. Say, it's a investigate. People have said, say, honorable Ntim Fordjour say the plane came with cocaine ana ebe money.
He wasn't categorical. He only raised suspicion.
You see,
and will be raising suspicion now. Must offer evidence in
must it even be about cocaine a money laundering before we be inquiry. Inconsistencies about these flights. As a verse, they say only say 4 flights in Abagana. If you do the Air 4. A bit dani backup flight.
A bit that don't mean to be though. Plane back or tire pie.
Another 5. No, another plane editor is on buy any spare part.
And a nipper 5.
And a Ghana, your airport bed dani workshop.
Aye.
For maintenance of this.
I say why every player was okay. That asem
and the same way doesn't it create a suspicion say the Nkrumah a buying has not been consistent with the narrative.
I think say and some more can it gives credence to the suspicion.
Exactly.
And that's why it's more important to say you better investigation. Say BBA ni mua, BBA ni ho, BBA also.
Yes, say we find the evidence, Mbra. Yes, you find the evidence. And I mean, about this cash for CSASM. It was our program now.
Okay.
Stama a black way kureyao. Always issue say Honorable Alanche Matako G cash from expatriates business people. Say so that charges are charging different categories are those who sit by the president.
Yes,
will charge you.
What evidence by?
Yes, say Oko can say only gave say yes, no hardcore evidence.
Dabi.
One wash your mouth.
Okay, honorable Bacheja.
One wash your back. Then so Omo insisted said there should be an inquiry. Unim the ICA. Okay, said the honorable of Nkrumah Kai, Oppong Nkrumah. Professor Michael Kwe na me say parliament dia
me bacho facha me pa ma me kwa homa no so na me ne TK lawyer TK eni nko bosisi a council good morning.
Hi, hello, Gordon.
Good morning, council.
Good morning.
Bachona anope ho ti sen
nyame adomboko metese mo fitan fufu bi asem ho omo say hello no line is faint
but me cause afisa ye
I feel like
ekofo chese fufu no mafew etie nkodi east wie yesu amani hu amani wie ne so sa sore ya enya hode foforo adi adua
yepa
ati
na asana obeto atoro obi na call ye base ho hello
gas bi tie o mi tie so bi ko ye base wo ha
aha na odidi ye no na o ship ni na on ko ile ni obi sade say the past tense of heavy do ye there for say heavy date
and no eti ye kodiste baby ma we go to heavy date and heavy do we go to heavy date and do the do and do the do abuja for ti lawyer tribu akodu atike na ye ne babedi enkomo no ye mrasi friend say lawyer penimu no science centroni na ye ka obia wodi nkomo we radio sun TV so bebre or let's say be na won follow Ghana ye development in terms of media space in dia and ye ne babedi nkomo me sure say topics no does but I am suspecting say we be wo interest e wo CJD num ana meboa
why not
and that holo okay and to say no you see chief justice edipa miensa actual petition da come man panyin John Dramani Mahama na was wonya petition ni bi e ma auto krata koma president the petitions ni bi ma no o man 9 days so far respond what the response 10 days what the response no e ko say no akoti say hu ko won say ninchechi mu na yensua de.
All right, so first of all, no, let us say in our your constitution I tree and my point my appointed chief justice and my point my elected president. My primary appointed Speaker of Parliament, elected members of Parliament. Now, any player, me Bobo Mudina, you appoint a first one, you almost, and I say you appoint to almost. So, soon a constitution is what the first one. You bet me a you more fear kunyaso. The president, the constitution, not the first one elected. But the point bet me a first way in a fear kunyaso. Speaker of Parliament appointment, watch and election watch still quite a first way you be in a free home. Members of Parliament, quite a first way you omo, quite a first way you move for kunyaso. And a Chief Justice is a constitution could also access quite a first way you know, and a quite a first way you free kunyaso. The embassy in the yard is say, it means Chief Justice if na kunyaso money ye. Na sana you be in a constitution and cassa quite a first way you know. And then in so near the grounds, and now quite a fast one, so no a procedure. Inti say, quite a better say the first way you Chief Justice Bino. I was say, in a sworn constitution, no, actually, signing a sworn pet and a bit me again. Now, me say, motive dear, move it to me, some commodino, because you read the Biazo come up. You did kind of say, stated misbehavior. Say Chief Justice no. Why ye adie bi wo hwa ene Chief Justice isu ne ne ban ene na adwuma wo ye no ense emfata ne sa ni ntino ense se nipa no tena akudwa no so fi se to ban a wade na di no nya ade a obetumi akoso atena akudwa no so so wo de ba abamre mu e be ka se bi ete so ohina wo de ifia ka akudwa e ba ne sa na ye si youth na ade so ye to so emienu ene se ye se incompetent ne tell say adwuma na ye de ama ne se Chief Justice no onimi ye onhunu ye ne ye nyina tell say adwuma no onhunu se de ye wo se esie no nti ye mfa ne se Chief Justice bi a wo se na adwuma ne se ye kwa ko tena asem so a o ye panel judges na eduru ho a onye ana onhu se de esie no mpo wa ye ati eno no sa na ye beka se adwuma na ye de ama no untimi nye te se godon woti we wunim wadwuma pa wo se wo ye wadwuma ba ko ne se wo ba obesiesie wo ho aba betena ho abefrefre nipa enye se obetena ho wie na wo akofrefre wunuanom Peter no so momra program no wadi kan aboba mane enura na mehu flyer te se wunim wadwuma isi emfa ne se bia da bi beba na godon oba be program a onye flyer on free Peter on free ticket mona mane on from Nabuku Nkrumah mona mane se wo chena ibe hia o sorry ya no ba betena ase me ya twe telephone ase obi nsam frasmesi ye fre na ye nya no frasmesi ye fre da nya no afi oto a wo se o ye ba ye fre fre nipa ye nya wo mo se nka wo ye wadwuma yi a enka nkuduru ho eni nti no Chief Justice no e wo se oye obi a onim na adwuma as a Chief Justice na oye nso so ti wa ntimi anya a ye beka se wa ye incompetent ye to so me ensa de se o se ye timi gina so eyi Chief Justice free ho biem no eye infirmity of body or mind. Chief Justice no ne ho dodo no wayare ontimi nye na adwuma esan yare anase ne ho dodo no nti no anase sebi o na dwen ho aka enti ontimi enwe mane nsisi so e mane nye na adwuma te se Chief Justice eno so no yetimi gina so na ye de yi no amana ye enti no ansana obi de petition bi beba na sa de emra chire so de sa petition be kwa akoma president no na wo se watimi ono nipa no atimi a chire se sa ne ma ya meka yi esi na odon constitution no ansha da chire enema ye ka stated misbehavior no wa anya list ni na nanso so sa committee a ye tia ema ehwehwe sa ansem mu no se eduru ho a omo be hwehwemu na ehu se saa suban ya ya de na di work up petition mu no etisa na se entisa incompetent na ye ka ho asem no de na wa ya ye incompetent no so ye be hwehwem na say you say infirmity of body or mind so ye be hwehwem nti die di kan me pese ye kan ye ti ase say and such petition no ye frivolous no chere say enkoye ahani because Chief Justice bi na otia konwa so a obi di petition bi sa akoye na adwuma ye ntibinya opportunity ene ne hia na ma kan petition no nti oro so ne me di nkomo na o kire me se ne ma na maka ne nyina no na se kire nie me tie ye no de me hu ye ne se ye olipa kro no kro ya o de ai ne petition no profocus am ne ye be ka se eye speculative or the not drain afa ho say or ye say or transfer sa judge we say or the pass me say ko see case we say so no or no na dwene mu na or dey ye let's say akoye boslemka and say petition no eye boslemka e wo say ye nyina so if you say woni na wo de sa petition ba e no wo de ho adanse enso so ebeba na wo de a kire say e ya mpa say nsem na wo say Chief Justice no why no say stated misbehavior what stated you also say your misbehavior no e ho adanse e beba say o ka say incompetence o be kire ne why ama ne incompetent o de ho asem beba say dan bru ho a say o say why or body infirmity and also so ye de ho asem beba say infirmity of the mind and also ye de ho adanse e beba enti enya ade trasa na godon so wa hwe ye history a empen ye ba Fourth Republic mu when ye be di kan ni a obi di petition akọ former president say ye Chief Justice. In fact current Chief Justice you know oba ye na no obi di petition bi sa akọ ye e ma hwehwemu kakra ekọ so no mampani de ho anu de ba say de okenkan petition no na ohwe ye a wahu no onyi ni se ese ne fatase e betoa so na asem no kura na yakwa hwehwemu enti no wenye bra e di kan nie ebi aba Jesus Chief Justice o maba bari na no mo pen so ebi be sisa obi di petition beko na me concern na no pay be pesa be ka ho asem e di kan no maka grounds no any procedure ne say the isi kire no me pesa be ka kakra fa won say I'm very much concerned kwanya ye faso any ye Chief Justice no ye ka omo ho asem e fasa petition kwan so no generally say asem no bana say ye tia ye say ye nye no in camera ye nka no kokoam wonim say generally asem ba say ye ka no court to say ye bi a committee bi animu empem bebere ya na nka ye no public na so nsem bi wo ho a eno de ye say ye nye no kokoam na it is for a good reason anything ye say ye nye no kokoam no if you say Chief Justice no oyo obi a odimu say wo hwe ye hierarchy na omampani na bedi akire Speaker of Parliament Chief Justice it also be emuso no say ye say justice atentrene eni nyina no fi nipa no ho na judicial service no na judiciary no na ehwe say de be ye adwuma ono so na oda judicial service ano enti ne ho asem ba say eye bone kwan so na yesusu say ye bone kwan so na say ye ka ye say ye nka no kokoam ebi say betumi aba say ye benwie no na asem no kura no mpo no na enye no kure na say ko ba ne say enye no kura edi kan egu ne ho fi bie otreye no ante bie so ye ko hwe mu no kura nye sa na tie eliti ne ye say ye nka no kokoam no me concern lately has been that ye nyan ye petition na peno na abeda abonti na ubia tibi nti ya na question me so bi sale say abeda abonti mu ubia tibi no Chief Justice no ono so eye ne response ono so me bo hu dawuro mu ubia ntibi ana ene na eba ne sa na esa asem no kura no ye ka no badwam ye nka no kokoam e ho no akwakoye me concern
me no ya adwen wo ho say petition ne ba na kwa du a ye de abo Chief Justice no se ba bonten dia ene na no yie no so no emra bonten se no so ba bonten dia ene asenie no so no ese no so ba bonten ne nyina etimi hu bie ana lawyer ba so me no one menya adwen
asemi no so ne ese ye nka no kokua mu yi na je say in effect na it sabi asem no ye ya say no say ade na ye se nka no kokua mu nti ya na me pese me hu say oni na o ye petition no ne a o de beto abonten ana se ko president ho a ene obi yi ba abonten
e bia ya na nkra boni bo ba bi o
well elunti no me gidi se ho pe na me pese be kesi se esanse asem no e bia ye be wie na ente saa na ye dike ya kam obi a tibi na fi oyi na no a na ono so koyi no kokwa mu a ye keka kan ni na no se do de obi a nti o de ono na no ye ne ye ya nti de ba bonten no na se afi obi a tie sabi o se ye si ni mo ntimi wo a se etimi sunsun a won to ma mebo ada enti no me concern ene ho no se e ba ya pe no na ba bon ya ka na ye se o mampani ngohunu council of state ya je nkyere mfi omo ho ye nti committee na ye nkotena se ne ye hwene de me ni hu asem ka de me wo hu asem ka ene kwan a ye fa so a ye de di kan ne se ensese petition no ye frivolous e wo se didi emra ka na se wo se stated misbehavior, incompetent, infirmity of body or mind. And the what procedure no so the procedure no when you said the can honor say the kindly call the coach radio station as a newspaper and a news portal fakoto and so now the aqua mama and penimpo ade asabi we dey call more penny crowd there and say nka obi tibie na ekoduru ono ne ho wi a na se mfa nsa so ye adwuma wo mampani aso ya and say open term say o mate say ya the petition aba na so de aba beto abonten esa na man komodie no ya say you be say ho no because ya nya occasions dey wo ho ya petition ya wie ye no nkusi aga na so na eho asem no kọ nipa no mo ante say ogu na no yie no no nti na ma petition no ya ntie no ana say yetie no ya nyamu aba no o man te sa asem no biem de mum de o motre ya ne se ya se ni pass mesia no chief justice no wa yes enti e ba ne sa na ni pana jwa kwa de so e science o man pani bi ena ne pensu yi no na oboa sa o man pani na so oboa sa ban no enti na e wo se yi no kura na ya nyi no e wo se nya gidie e wo ye system no e ho ne me concern na me person be address na no
lawyer Tulubu Akodua watch say we teacher ni ampa say de wusika we say grounds so ye di eyi friend say chief justice we grounds
na o de teacher aba mu ile na you can say ye mnemonic devices ti me no grounds no my no SMIIPM stated misbehavior, incompetence, infirmity of body or mind. If you are doing some person of petition, be a say
I satisfy our ingredients we na mati teacher lawyer Tulubu Akodua do na fe tiki busafo se meka je so mo da se ne adesua wo dia amaye nyame adoma na otwemi ensan se ye ba ye bedi nkobo after Easter no me wa ye kese ko ewo achima bisa Mrs. Tadafoma me kwa yintimi
me ba do unim se edu Easter se ya na lawyer for wo bia nyina pinti se ye be chi ewrade bia na won ye be fro se ko pe bill man ti me du sa abra ye nyina ye ni abra ye twen se ye ma obi ama ye no basbasa se be me kan wati ase
Betty as a lawyer, Betty as here. Oh, Lord, ticket pa, ne small idiot. All right, it's a ticket and a pair that's pass what many have put an idea in Kobo. All right, I was for lawyer Tulubu Akodua and would the Kobodo. I just at the side, Kafa, who said, you bet you said, yeah, because of molestino, and to be a lawyer, human rights activist. That's why he said it was unjust. One yesterday, that was what he actually meant. You know, I was for I went to me radio. It's exactly 10 o'clock. But as usual, Craboni, I can't Makachi GM to Mr. Obama 30 minutes, near 30. na yetimi de akeka ensem no said the city na Peter no wa wie me boa what na ya wudua facha me awudu ba so yenko
oh na mama conclude no na yenko adamate because as same way said the can wo catch for seas no time ablakwa okuje to ablakwa make allegation no one for evidence papa bi ama now so they raise the issue on the floor of parliament and Professor Michael Kwe say Osseti committee, and that committee was chaired by the minority whip, majority chief whip then, Ameya. We say Ameya chairman. And now Omukomo not she near same no. Now we are even though majority for they are not interested, may encourage minority for they should raise the issue on the floor of parliament.
Yes.
For Babin to take a decision.
Yes.
So
so that the hands will capture
say Rezi, because it is obvious to say this government they are not interested in any transparency in this matter.
Now Omasaye press conference.
Yes.
To point out the
inconsistencies
what I say, and then the suspicious movement of an arrival. Madam Baku say they are attending Kutuka to organizing shop.
Yes, workshop. In fact, it must not be any serious country. The flights nearby Ghana created suspicion. Anka Abanwe Kura be interested in going into the matters. But it's obvious they are not interested in this matter. And the Americans say minority should continue to hold the government a year or more leg to the fire, fit to fire the heat. Now, exposed or more exposing near my was same way more. If they are not interested in bringing transparency to
so there are more numbers.
Numbers, there are over numbers, and sometimes the quality of debate whether you are on the side of truth and now you are on the side of falsehood. And to me, maybe GDC minority or more side of truth in this matter. And to more raising issues, no more raising us say the whole world will see what is going on this place. Any serious country be a side place, suspicious place, bedland day, a bad track. Baby actually say a place nearby, no. There must be something. They came for something.
Yes.
So this refueling, this transit, this is a bed obiafa a plane. A carry a medical plane. Now from movement or moving, I say it did refueling, different stops or a refueling. Is a plane no so there. But refueling, so now our destination our call. Now made the letter na omo issue here no, omo response doesn't show that Ahmed or more plane on baby are na echo. Multiple refueling. They don't show us. Baby are na every Accra see any baby echo. But I'm not sure say plane no sorry I'm not fly or musa. It must have a purpose, destination or call. Not plane no na echo him and I develop those things I be land or Ghana. Refueling no na echo him. We are not told. Now, say yes, I carry the medical plane. Now, carry sick people. And now, I car body pass.
Oh,
they say I carry.
No, but you see, on the point, say, ready so that Hansard will capture.
Yes.
Especially when the UN has shown interest. Say they are monitoring
exactly
events and activities, how they
say Omar petition diplomatic community. So they also be monitoring. See, NDC issues, no. The government, if government is not interested in pursuing the matter, I know the Omar JJJ will leave it to them. But I was say any serious country, this suspicious movement or place, will have gone into the matter to make things clearer for the citizens. And they may the young fancy or now share the minority ni aban beye. So say it's obvious that Mahama from President Mahama is not interested in this matter. Or no our can ask them say investigation. Say in the boys for transparency purposes. Say in the boys say who here and always in the boys in Kasa.
So the president has been whipped into line
by his boys.
By his boys. Okay. Koka, you can cook as na cook and be.
Hey,
no, so what part you saying?
That be say
cocaine cooker.
Now, some way another matter is a business. Seizures no no. That 350 million problem now. 350 million cocaine. Any $150 million cocaine. Nini na we.
Okay. Mati, Koka.
What is the value? What is the value? The street value? Am I wo? Sa 3 CGs no.
Almost say back we $300.
$50 million. Yeah.
We $150 million. And back we 2 point. Is it 2.6 or $2.1 million? Until na be 500 and.
Say ye no mu bi. Yes say. Uhwe senia nakop de no hu gi mu latter part na. Omo nche baby a ye pese hu baby a sa seize drugs no wo. Because the way I know me kon ye bi mu e suspect say sa drugs na firi Nkrumah ada.
O pa che say no na.
E do na ma light off no ba ye no.
Oh I see.
Say nakop embe kire yen because omo hwa abrantie no wonim say or the evidence by my data of the journey of the flights baby a coffee for
Reverend Ntim Fordjour.
Ena berima berima e wo Joy News e ka say baby e ko yesi e chin
on a deputy
yes
no a very decent person I don't know
but why
all of a sudden
can't that send the outfit no wants to exonerate themselves
some way they are more decency be home.
The globes are off.
Hey, what I say? One son, castle station, one son, can say, a dear boda, and now a mandate. Eshe say, Casadi will mushim, or better now one cow. A bayer personal attack. A bayer the integrity of the person.
But okay, can I put statement now? Almost Nako for a year and remove plain him.
And what was the report?
And also seen him. I've seen him.
I know who class our phone be no. How lousy.
Hey, Obisi Chumberma has never been decent too.
Hey,
and you're Chumberma, former police officer.
Yes, I will resign your better politics.
And this is a lawyer, right?
A lawyer.
But I thought
beside your downfall saying I think he rose up to the chief. Your friend saying.
So I think the verdict I was there almost say he's one of the loose talkers. In opposition, he was one of the loose talkers. I thought he was decent. It will just
one the bema hint and no static say we have see a chinipa we see a chinipa one of this agenda.
But you see Sadiano, one of the most reckless statements, and if not, it's a very stupid statement to threaten somebody with arrest. Say we said that we have to make an example out of him.
Yes.
Who fell squachofusu? Na yende Nyankopon say we are under his grace. And yes adia na nke what time na enye grace of God that Jesus Christ by na. E ka kwacho fosu. Enka asase apamaniti wakowura maniti da o manka kra de bobo. E trofo de kwacho fosu.
Menem say mo grace na mani je ho.
Enye hwe wo de enye
say you know anka.
E ka play those days.
An eye for an eye no. Me mani je ho pa o.
Yeah.
Kwaka to aswa.
O hwe omu body language.
Yes.
Me there omu say omu maye hu yenye exhibit yen pese exhibit no so baba na adane powder na ase konkonte because ye wo ena wo hwe cocaine sensem ya baby any ho aye kan say NDC aban
Debbie
no but say no ma me hu say the party has an interest
and I will use omane standard dia
unim say baby a na honorable teno na ke Japan elidi
honorable be ya
Ntim Fordjour
okay
unim say ye koche no na Japan elidi operations no
wona na ko ko
and eto tell say that area is an MPP
enti what one you careful
enti wan hwe yi a enti omunya tekre and omo yi free mu na e ka asa boys no na as a president enra o kasa o tyrants ready Nkrumah fie yes anoma no message na anko na o kasa edru baby a enye bibia na obi kan ebi na when dey propaganda this o propaganda enye na so results wo boku no this drug issue may imply enkwoshe carpet na se ye musa questions wo mu but media for no so a omanum ye omo de all of a sudden omaye din almost style of questions asesa no almost so ye hwe
what 78 can do
Enra
what 78 can do
I know what hwe sania se wa me ne kasa
emobodi misro obia on the platform na see
me boy nkra me say me Enra me call platform be so my body
me de na me ya hwe
na wo dia wo
Omoye flyer no Peter Crown advise me say in fact many people send me private message say I should ignore them. Idea your platform prepare platform so. Idea omodi ye me your colleagues.
Say the man say that money.
Me makwa come send wo baby. Enye me na me dey say me politics say yeah me ko ye e wo ho mo so makwa politics. And I'll be dragging here. I didn't say it was orchestrated.
And I'm on the bar
platform.
78 years, Juma.
And the bar platforms. I don't want to hear me. Say me say my and your politics were platform. Or me make horses say me a platform politics.
That's the platform was
and I must say, in the second, no, and I mean, I made it say we buy it. Almost say it doesn't matter. But once I've gone somewhere to speak politics, they will fight me on that platform.
Oh, and the Madria Maso. Say what reading? No, okay, say and you're too late. What they normally do is say, I'm walking. I'm walking. But Mr.
I ignored. But you see, no, Nipa no Okasa say no me.
Only for color starting time our TV.
Mr. Mo.
Owo TV so ton na dey capture video no dey too so.
Bra, what start here be na? I think say I was say very careful. Sa cocaine whatever bast na mo so mo konya wo. Ama sama side ho no. You see, yeah, careful. We will let the government run away with murder. Because insist so back okra. I will say Reverend Fordjour ask me what kind of says we buy ya. Hit the government expose to the inconsistencies.
Yes.
Also, Jackpa.
Yes.
The central for Echo Hobium. And I'm moving. Was I don't go Hobium. I won't go be boxes be so must say boxes no share.
And any fake, you know.
There be almost Bank of Ghana boxes.
Oh,
Bank of Ghana boxes. And we are looking for so the pronounce campaign. We are looking for the campaign to be here before we open it. We're looking for the campaign to be here.
No explanation of fake gold documents.
And the perfect crowd to be boo and you radem. Now how much more box?
Box obiani
ho. Any perfect mutimi bomu radem boot brunel. How much more box is this one man? As a job for community say, as a job for NDA. Yinie eti so. Na
on per campaign.
We are looking for the campaign. The boxes. A quite Bank of Ghana boxes. The Bank of Ghana boxes. Creating some imagery in the minds of unsuspecting Ghanaians. Say as a government, as a Bank of Ghana for and na aye kululu bi. Say cannot a bank for say real money. I feel almost say fake. Why would they raise cano? Why na a hair fan what TV that say what the Baconidian would yarn say one allergy. A dear also one is allergy pill. One allergy and they used to and the whole national security apparatus basically 2 months. Muntiminka say allergy in the full name and it's on the wanted list. The picture for Muni allergy, one allergy. It's a lie. It's a red.
We President statement say or say Ghana will not allow Ghana to be used as a cocaine. Now, what is the cocaine worth over $500 million?
Yes.
As we see today, do you know the people are say the honorable Kojo Oppong Kumakai, tipper truck driver no or the cocaine no ban or the here a son you know. So no Omanche no.
Debbie
now cocaine no up to now we've not been able to find out government has not been able to tell Ghanaians to say cocaine way a nipa way there
issue ni say allergy and nema e koso and trono doso no kwenu wo ho and na aban has been pushed to the wall.
Okay, what kind of plan wo ho yenka
no kwenu ho yenka jo mahama no kwenu ho yenka na e drug kan na
truck na
Mr. Ashanti me dey adibia to see EC the cables na omuka say
no kwenu dey omunka
EC the cables omuka say ayira no the containers no
yes
Uso musa afi omo start chichi. Last week hol man na omo so makwachi bi e wo Kumasi. Ebiso you share the same pictures. 2 different venues. And now 2 different locations. Now share the same pictures. 2 different locations. Now ECG4 Akasa. ECG4 say share them that so no. Cables impounded by national security operatives at Kote, not part of missing containers. ECG. so e buy ye na am ko twa pictures no e de buy no omo an kote de
omo e bi omo na omo de koy omo ye wire
omo sisa nneema wi national security for say e ka flying containers no ho no ECG for say national security for twantro
e we omo na omo de ko to ho
yes
because they want to do some wiring
other you see national security and that the whole security apparatus so the whole security apparatus no made the free men crab be seen there. I still have the belief in the national security apparatus of the state
if they are allowed to work,
if they are allowed to work, because especially NIB, they have offices all over the country. Some people say omo wa carpenter for omo wa kwawensa for omo taxi driver for me,
and they all give information.
Yes, me asamo to me motorway na me drive o motorway so me car ija to me car mu say na national security for di mechi eti ye koina ija to car mu na no ba konko twa no ho wo kwan no tane by na me na ye den now private driver do timi dan ho motorway so sa esa ba obey fire extinguisher on be we couldn't salvage the car do, but a train major number later no introduce no tell me say when national security but ochuba
na we Monica said that so the guy said 2009 ye chi
Kofi Bashima
no kojo piani
ai
na ye call ya asem we pa said sometime e kai na me bofu ama look ye call ye na omechi ye a charge a woman say we were posing as a security threat. Many are then deputy minister. Ejinim Boateng say we were loitering.
It's a training.
It's a training.
Yeah, also it's a training radio gold.
Say we were loitering around anything or mochi and we were cautioned. You know, we were detained for 8 hours.
Can you imagine?
And I'll say yes, who were me I would do now. I got up and I was loitering around.
I just see.
You call no now said the okay no. But you are now the detention no now who say shoe sham boys by inside. Ube so be to say or try
yes.
Omunyina information.
Et me what believe me what trust womumu say proper information. But allow them to work as civil public officers whatever.
No issue statements na they are conquer.
Na they are question was but your topics they are na cap
yes
young fine
CJ
Peter
Gordon
CJ 3 minutes.
Lawyer Tiki ayade pa. Mama the history in Teaching ade. But you see, emreninti. But uhwe nyoma miensa obo ball so yetimi gina so di CJ edi no. Ba ko de yenim say out. Say
infirmity no.
Yes. And there yenim say
and incompetence we out.
But petition now
I'm saying incompetence.
On my side some of the cases need be to be incompetent. Now the incompetent one uhwe the shining star na first petitioner no.
Yes. Go to the shining star.
Or say the chief
the
justice,
shining stars of Ghana. That's the name. Omo first petition.
A group a class action and
yeah the shining stars of Ghana.
Say Kingsley J been a sign on their behalf. Say normally omo don petition bia no a group na obi assign
yes
on their behalf
the group.
The omo dey come Pamo, almost see fan Pamo, the electoral commission now.
And also positive transparency
and accountability movement in Ghana.
Hey, now shining stars of Ghana, what is that?
No, my shining star. You are the star. Yanwa. My shining star.
But Godo,
if you are not Galamsey Association,
Mammy, a brand new Obama, I am a both oh, yes, the point is that CJ can be removed. What you say? But you acquire a fast way to remove the Chief Justice. But acquire a fast way to remove no. In fact, you are seeking to remove a third arm of government.
Fourth.
No.
It's a fourth. It's a fourth.
Chief Justice. Third arm. No. The Judiciary.
Third year Parliament.
No. An arm of government, not the hierarchy.
Third. Sorry. I'm not making mistake. Now me the oh, what the guy say? Many are paying you back in crowd.
Okay, so number.
I said, I'm a watching now. Yes. Say, remove opinion or tessa, and yet emotions, or set a grounded in law and evidence. Now, because say the Chinese staff we actually say, or requested say, yeah, Supreme Court judges, in fact, Nipa Meka. She requested for 5 more Supreme Court judges.
Yes, she recommended them.
Proposal.
Yes.
And the sad no yeah no amount to stated misbehavior and incompetence. In fact, over the Azar a petition now.
Professor Asari Azar.
Now also stated that say make it similar suggestion say it amounted to incompetent and stated misbehavior.
Misbehavior.
Yes. Sure.
Say oye na ko no aka say eney me ba beso in.
Yes, me proposal na Chief Justice Troy e ko request here. E brenti next week ba home. Now there's nowhere our car say or by force President enko ye dey also here.
She made a request
here. Na say Chief Justice hu say emra bi wo ho. E be hia say bi a obi okada. O man nya emra bi to guide Okada. Not on request and I suggest it to the parliament so munhwe na munye mra bi say a be boa me a fight Okada.
Control.
When Article 159 of the Constitution just said the CJ has every right so be share guidelines any in fact already the head of the judiciary. And to make a suggestion the suggestion unim. Now the command president Kufuor no. The Ghana Bar Association Emra for Emranim for Omaimuna agreed with her.
Hey, sir.
Yes. This is the statement from the Ghana Bar Association at the time.
Okay.
Che.
Kenka Krebi.
Or say statement, Mamko say, we agree with the request of the Chief Justice in principle. The Ghana Bar Association almost statement almost they call support to request no because CJ anfa request na ankwa keke o CJ dey kono o kire cases a ewo ho backlog of cases aba omuntimi endi nwie yi na o kire say o mu say constitution kire say also munya at least 10 Supreme Court justices no adwuma mu ya no so to kunya more na o the five mrakwam no o ko suggest kire president. In fact, we hear the Azar a petition now. On one cry, you to say, oh, yeah, no. CJ Sakra, echo suggesting. Actually, the Judicial Council. So, I dare say, now, why? No, that come up president, a bar, or moon share no and can once him. In the end, the crown pono, it didn't even materialize.
So
how does that alone? A constitution.
Yamfanya Jumapo. It was a
the president didn't do that based on the Supreme Court CJ Crow suggestion.
Yeah.
The Ghana Bar Association at the time. I agree with her in principle. In fact, Ghana Bar Association senka. Yes, some constitution impo. Nenya say we need at least 20 Supreme Court judges in support of CJ's request. So a brand new Ibeko into it. Now the case. And no amount and Ntienko Pamu Supreme Court Chief Justice. Now, Mejuwa Mentiase, e be almost say I don't know what's na cases, sir. Ura Afenyo Mark in the call Supreme Court. Say Badmin that to be or making here was unconstitutional. Now, what's now so expert.
Na expert illegal.
Yes.
But expert illegal Ghana na. I think you frivolous. I would be uncle.
Oh,
unfortunately, yes, time. And I'm mopa. Say Friday holiday. Friday yes or money who da mopa.
Tama yeku
yes. I better best person this and up. Aye. You better be with the many many GM.
No, I know quite a casada who became more lawyers who call.
No, I think so. Yes.
Go through the petition. Now Ghana Bar Association agree with the CJ.
Okay, may take a position.
Okay.
Rumor be Peter Enra, gossip be or the man.
Hey, that gossip na be kan wa.
Rumor either be say
a grapevine.
No, paper be a reported that.
Okay, fine.
Say the
So what say?
any other for other Elko Supreme Court.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have question this year.
Any rumor.
Okay.
But me
so me
madam for Saloto said me kwa me pe.
Now we paging
on the
there is a constitutionally mandated body I indict no.
Okay.
Investigative body I indict no of stated misbehavior.
Yes.
And
incompetence.
So I think says she's a lawyer. And I think say
okay, and yeah, no,
find a way of dealing with it.
In Ntim. Now, Peter can say there's this conspiracy theory say, or those judges call Supreme Court. So that you mami way through her. Now acting be aba. Now omudi case be a court to test. Say President Mahama obetimako as president for 3 term.
Oh no. I you put the one on your means.
Oh, and now me Peter. Yes, this conspiracy theory
but conspiracy theories be on one. To be out. So to me a way possibility.
Many Peter. Me say this way it will be absurd.
What was your verdict?
My verdict they say
possible.
And I'm just Mami read the way.
Okay.
And I mean read the article because me based on this article me say there's no ambiguity.
Yes.
Yes, say article 66(2) clause 2 said a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. A person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. You cannot hold office. A person, no one can say if you whether human being or personal, you cannot hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms.
No, but only say emradi.
And come here, you know.
It was so
but I would my film Koka Yanko.
Me pacho
but Mario minimum Koka Yanko.
Me pacho nkrofo na ye bubo omudin no omo kono. Shining Star Association for no. Say omo kan say na mame no CJ air request si emfa nkrofo meka ho. Enti sa nkrofo na e de omo koka ho request ni fi wan ho.
The request didn't even materialize.
And me question won't ase new nkrofo na ye allege say omo kɔ no one dey request ne buy
me order kwasem don't engage him.
So
if you draw him in
adena sometimes we think we are more intelligent than ourselves. Say when it suits you it makes sense, but am favor it does not make sense. Well dear how the council see no some more part chair say NDC no apart from John Mahama obi antumi ni president I saw more master move. She say he's the only wise and the most on a betumi aye man yi e ba NDC a oni ho obi ani ho enti enya hwe I think they will not even oh no na make am say
the kind I was say
say ne e ko no say NDC for no tenase na omo ye de omo ye the only person who conference apart from Mahama, no, they don't have anybody. In terms of presidency, there is no wisdom and there is nobody who can articulate senior yen. Nipa na ojina campaign so e kan semfa boko hu ene boko agin semu a o dwane afiri ho a okojina parade rather ene boko fo kasa no. Se onu ene omo person omo hihye sa road rather game way, settings job way. So omradi I said omo ma semu and so omo party we are not ma interpretation of this constitution. Say ali no anka say if ya who call no say usaba
eh different but they say a person the person no now
but just 1 minute
cannot
Peter
cannot
fight against Galamsey is there is deport all foreigners who nya gold ni we na deport nya gold ni we na e China deport Ghana ni de nya we na e chewa na e di watum part 30 seconds.
Oh, Anka, me the CJ, and I said,
David Fiano
said he said, Friday.
What can do the album with the Safo man for kind some time ago? on Aisha 1 just 30 seconds bacho
Yes,
so we teach and won't be in Kanye won't be some
but the point is that in fact after Osafma for some of the kind of NDC for on the Galamsey Sense Chinese were arrested and were jailed in this country under MPP. In fact, more or less we will have about 163 of Chinese are MPP are buying a prosecutor because ye cheomu or abra no more illegal mining. Now President Muhammad or say oba kobeyi omo ya chichi omumpo akosemuno Ghana for no be say or did say Kimpins na she baby I was here call omo na